Hello everybody. In this short video, I will show you how to use Bayes' theorem to solve application problems. And I will use a problem directly from your textbook. So here's a picture of problem 4.30. And you will have something similar on your online homework and on your next exam. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. We have a sporting goods company, operates retail stores in New York and Atlanta areas. And customers are asked to rate their shopping experiences, and the results are shown in this table. So we have three categories: poor, average, and good, and their corresponding percentages, which we can actually convert to probability. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's define some of our events. Let's say A1 is the event where we have a poor experience. A2 is average, and A3 is having a good experience. Okay, then based on the table that we have, the probability of event A1 is 0.15, right? Probability of event 2 is 0.45. And probability of event 3 is 0.40. And notice that they all add up to 1. Okay, there's nothing else that can happen. All right, so these are the basic events that can happen. And then also, based on some information that was collected, we have the following percentages. So 67% of the customers who rated their store poor. So out of all people that answered poor, okay, 67 were from the Philadelphia area, 67%, okay, and so forth. 36% of all customers who rated their store average came from Philadelphia, and then 30 for the good experience. Okay, so what is it that we're trying to find here? Let's say we're going to define our event B. This will be customer shopping in the Philadelphia area. Okay. In the Philadelphia area. So what we need to find is the following. It says, use Bayes' theorem to determine the probability that a customer who shopped in Philadelphia area rated his or her experience as good. Okay, so good would be, let me switch this over, this is what we're interested in. So this is finding conditional probability, finding the probability that the customer had a good experience. A3 represents good, given that they come from Philadelphia. Okay, so here, setting up this probability, that's the first step that we should be worried about. Okay, what is it really asking us to do? Given this information that the customer is from the Philly area, okay, what is the probability that they had a good experience? All right. So now we're going to apply this formula that I already written out for you guys. So this is the general formula right up here for Bayes' theorem. Okay. In our case, K is equal to 3. 3 things that can happen: poor, average, and good. Okay. So A3, that's what we're interested in. So if we just apply the formula, then it would be probability of A3 times probability of B given A3 happened. And I'll talk about what all of these mean. Okay, and on the bottom, we're going to have to go through all iterations. So we have 3 cases. Probability that a customer had a poor experience times probability that that customer was from Philly, given they had a poor experience. And the same for all other cases that can happen, right? Which is total of 3 cases. So that's your denominator. And notice, whenever you have a problem that asks you to use Bayes' theorem, okay, you will see that you're going to have this expression on top, and it's going to be repeated on the bottom. Okay, if you notice this pattern, that's not coincidental. Okay, so now let's go ahead and plug in our values. So probability of customer having a good experience given they come from the Philadelphia area. Okay, so P of A3 is 0.40 times what? Probability the customer is from Philadelphia area given that they had a good experience. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this piece right here with a star, and that corresponds to this probability over here. So that's 0.30. Okay. Now we go down to the denominator. So poor. What's the chance a customer had a poor experience? 0.15 times what? What is this one right here? Okay, let me change it to a different color. Okay, so let's call this a dot. Okay, probability that it was a customer from Philadelphia given they had a poor experience. That would be this piece right here. Okay, so 0.15 times 0.67 and so forth. What about average? Okay, the chance the customer had, or a customer had an average experience is 0.45 times 0.36, and this probability we've already computed, 0.4 times 0.3. Okay, so that's that. So once you compute these on top here, we're gonna get 0.12. On the bottom, we're gonna get 0.3825. Okay, so you can either write it as a fraction. As a fraction, it's going to be 16 out of 51. As a decimal, 0.3137. Okay, so that's that. Thank you for watching.